Hey guys, good morning. Well, it's still morning time in California. Late morning, it's 11:30. But good morning. I'm going to share this live a couple of times and then I'm going to pin the website at the top. There it goes. So welcome everybody. Don't forget to check in. Let us know where you're watching from. Where are you watching from? What time is it? How you doing today? Okay, I don't know. My phone is tripping. My other phone is acting dumb. Taking forever. Okay, well, whatever. Good morning. I'm going to be using forms. I'm going to be sculpting my nails today. And like always, or by Koopa. Alright, y'all, give me a second to get this together. Because what the heck? There we go. Alright, I'm done. For real this time. So welcome back to the live. I already started. Obviously, I already did this hand. And it's going to be completely different. It's going to be something different. I'm not a VDay kind of girl, so I don't ever do my nails for Valentine's Day, but obviously, it's a new day and age for me. So I to do this in my lap. But I already prepped my nails and I applied a very thin base coat of clear acrylic before I so that I put that on before I apply my forms, so that my forms can be sturdy, like my free edge can be sturdy for the form, if that makes any sense. And then it also helps me to like pull out my free edge a little bit if I need to. So I'm going to pull out my number 14. No, I'm going to pull out my number 17 since I'm going to be doing my nails long, of course. And then if I need to switch to my 14 while my 17 is getting clean, then I'll let you guys know. Maybe I should put, no, I'm going to do one form at a time. But welcome to the live, and you guys know whenever I hit 250 viewers, you guys are more than welcome to plug yourself in. So drop your Instagram, whatever, get yourself some followers. Let people know where you're at and what you do. And hopefully there's somebody in the audience who needs your services. So feel free to tag your company, your website, your Facebook page, YouTube, Instagram, all that. I don't care what it is you do. So I'm using these cute little, I'm going to show you after I'm done laying them down because I don't want the acrylic to dry. before I'm done sticking on my little flowers. Not my flowers, my hearts. Okay, so this is what I'm using. It's just a bunch of different confetti, red confetti pieces, stars and numbers and letters and hearts, obviously. So that's what I'm using. And this glitter acrylic is available on C-Tones. And I'm going to bring my nails out to about sticking on those glitter pieces, those heart pieces. Okay, so before I go on with my glitter, I'm just going to do another very thin coat of clear. And that's just going to help that glitter come off when it's time for a fill or even just a removal. Glitter is... So I'm going to put a nice coat of clear underneath it. That way it's not stuck to my natural nail and then I'm filing and filing and filing like crazy on my natural nail to get the glitter off. That little base coat helps a lot. And welcome also my viewers from YouTube. If you're watching from YouTube, shout out to you. Thank you for watching. I know the audience is not big over there, but I appreciate you guys making, appreciate you guys making the switch with me. Just gonna ombre that out. Just make it look like it's a little blend. And adding those little heart pieces, those little glitter heart pieces in between layers of clear makes this cute little 3D effect inside of the. So like you'll see me place some clear down, place a couple more hearts, encapsulate that, and then do it again. Okay, get that on there, snug. All right, y'all. I'm sorry, I'm trying to balance my hands. It's so uncomfortable. I almost gave up on my right hand earlier because I was like, oh, I'm so uncomfortable. It's just, y'all, how like my phone is literally like in my face, touching my head, my tripod. Okay, you guys know what this is. We don't have to talk about what this is. We know what this is, right? So I'm going to start encapsulating this into my middle finger. Not a lot, doesn't need a lot. I'm trying to get at a good angle so you guys can see what I'm doing without me messing up my forms. Okay, doing this earlier was a lot easier because I didn't have nails on the hand that I was using, but it's all good. It dried too fast. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna of clear. I'm trying to keep my hand as stable as possible. It's so difficult, y'all. Okay, well, when that nail is finished, then I will remove the form from that nail. Okay, this is how I was doing it earlier, y'all. I was pulling it. I was just pressing down into it and putting it, sticking it into this semi-wet acrylic. As you can see, I'm having a hard time. I'm almost done. I don't want to mess up my form too. Okay, there we go. So I did that, and then I placed some clear down. My hat just hit the thing, so if it's shaky, I'm sorry. I'll put a little bit more clear down, and then I'm gonna add some little accent pieces. These little hearts. There we go. Just get those in there. So I'm gonna pat everything down as flat as possible. So don't worry if your encapsulated nails come out thicker. You do need to use more acrylic for those nails. But the trick is to make sure that you blend out each layer as thin as you possibly can before you go on to the next layer. That way your nail isn't too bulky. Okay, so now that the stuff is on there, under there, I'm gonna grab a little bit more. And again, you want that as flat as possible. Okay. And I do have a video of me actually doing this in a in a much more comfortable position. I have to edit it, y'all, because obviously I did it this morning. Okay, put my little pieces down. Okay, couple more. So I found that when you're doing your 420 nails, that I think that the final look of the encapsulated nail looks so much cuter when you have little pieces inside of it. So let's say you encapsulate like some gold foil or some silver flakes. It really brings out the boring look of, cannabis, obviously, because it's just green and it's not like super pretty inside the nail. So add a couple of things, cute little pieces to kind of blend in with that, just to make it girly. Otherwise, I think it looks dirty. Like, I see people do 420 nails and it just looks like grass. And like, add something cute, add some glitter, add a bright color, some neons maybe. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry I was struggling at first. So again, you just want to, when you're encapsulating, you want to encapsulate. And then remember, I'm going out to a 4.5, but on my middle finger I'm going to go out to about a 5, because my middle finger and my ring fingers are always crooked. So I try to combat it. Sometimes I lose, but I try at least. Too crazy. So I make sure that this nail is much longer, so that if I need to do a whole bunch of crazy filing, I don't file the nail too short. Because once you file the middle nail too short, all the rest of the nails have to go down. Just encapsulating this, patting it down as much as possible, as flat as possible. That way when I start filing, I don't disturb anything that was encapsulated. So sorry. Okay, so my apex is a little bit high. That's kind of where I want it. I'm going to put another bead to make it a little bit higher, and then I'm going to bring that bead all the way out so that I can make the height of the nail down here more even to the height of the nail right here. And the brush I'm using is a size 17. And I'm working with it pretty wet because it's really warm in my studio right now. So my acrylic is setting on the fast side, so I'm just making sure that I can keep up with it. A brush. Keep getting stuck to my towel. Okay, so finally I can take this one off. For this nail, I banged the wrong way and really hurt my nail. From the impact of me hitting it backward, it lifted. So I'm keeping an eye on that nail and making sure I like to soak in vinegar. Something I like to do, just so that I don't get a greenie or anything trapped in there, moisture trapped in there. Um, I'll pour a little bit of peroxide on, because I always have peroxide around me. Like if I don't have vinegar, I always have peroxide. So I'll pour a little bit of peroxide on it, especially after washing my hands. And then whenever I get the chance, I soaked it in some vinegar in a dapping dish for a little bit, and that just makes sure that any bacteria under there is like dried out and killed. That way no moisture builds up and gets you a greenie. This is not, I put that on bad. I need to find some scissors and cut this off. Okay, so like I was saying earlier about that ugly nail, keep an eye on it, keeping it dry. And I'm going to clip off the free edge, not too much so that my form doesn't fit, but just enough. This is my much better. I picked up way too many hearts. Oops, I tried to finagle it, and I picked up way more than I thought I picked up. But whatever, I'm just gonna play with them and put them randomly around my nail. Okay, so again, my apex is already high and it slopes down here. So I want to raise this up, the tip, raise the height up just a little bit. A little extra acrylic on the side walls. Better too much than not enough. Just gonna add a little bit of length to it. Bring it closer to the 5. So I'm still gonna file it down, but I just wanna give myself room for filing, because if I file that nail when it's at a 4 and all the rest of them are at a 5, then this is gonna be the short, ugly nail. Alright, y'all, there we are so far. This nail is dry. What you guys see underneath there? You guys see it? Dope. And these hearts are super cool because they're not bleeding, which would have definitely been a problem by now. some more of these hearts out of there so I can have kind of like a variety of them. My bead is really wet, so I'm just giving it a second before I set it down. And so again, pressing that as flat as possible. And I'm very, very lightly patting it because I don't want to move it or mess it up. And this is going to be a stiletto nail, so that's why you see it tapering in a lot more. Going with my glitter. And I'm still using my size 17 brush, so my bigger brush, but I'm just picking up smaller beads for my pinky, obviously. All right, guys. Okay, so look, I'm gonna come back and show you guys the finished result and my shaping and all that, because I got a lash appointment and I'm not late to my lash appointments. So if I don't stop doing nails within the next 3 minutes, then I'm probably gonna be late. So I want to remove this form and show you guys what I got going on so far. And yes, I'm going to my lash appointment like this. Um, but yeah, this is where I am so far. Boom, bam. I will come back and show you guys the shaping and the finished result and all that good stuff. So stay tuned, subscribe if you have not already. Make sure you turn on the little live notification so when I go live later, you guys get a notification and you don't get to miss it. And save the live, because you know I always save them, so you guys can always come back and watch them at your own pace and all that good stuff. It's never too late to share. Don't forget to comment where you're watching from. And yeah, I think that's it for right now. So I love you guys. God bless you, and thank you so much for tuning in. And yeah, I will see you guys a little bit later.